Hello, you guys. We are back with more Reddit Am I the Asshole stories. I just opened up Reddit and it looks like things are popping over here. So we're gonna find some assholes. Let's start. Oh, am I the asshole for telling my whole family that I don't care that my sister doesn't have friends? She will not be a bridesmaid at my wedding. Oh gosh. My sister and I are not close and it is due to our parents. She is a very awkward and shy person. She's 2 years younger than me and my parents always made me watch over her. Some examples: I needed to join clubs she was interested in so she wouldn't be alone, dropping hanging out with friends to be with her, downplaying successes since it would make her sad, and so on. I was kind of an emotional support animal for her. When I was in high school and she was in middle school, it was fine since I could get away from everyone. She came to high school and my parents wanted me by her 24/7 again, and it was awful. I turned 18 and moved out with my aunt. I stopped helping her and she had a very lonely high school experience and at the time blamed me for it. She dropped out of college for multiple reasons, but one of them was not having friends. Overall, she never grew out of it. How are you gonna blame her for it? She graduated. There's nothing she can do at this point. I've been in family therapy with my parents since they realized they messed up. My wedding is coming up and I was asked to make my sister a bridesmaid from my grandma. My sister has apparently been going around telling everyone she will be a bridesmaid. I told everyone that she will not, and it's just my close friends. Oh. This started an argument with my sister in front of the family and she was upset and told me how alone she is. I got annoyed and told everyone that I don't care if she doesn't have friends and she will not be a bridesmaid at my wedding. Oh, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. And I was thinking, like, my sister's my best friend. And, like, I'd never have to worry about any of this because I do want to spend time with her literally all the time. And I want to, like, cancel plans with my friends to hang out with her. But, like, I don't know. Even if I didn't feel this way, I think bare minimum you make your sister your bridesmaid. Not even your maid of honor, your bridesmaid. You can't do that. You're a bitch. You're not only an asshole, bitch. Especially if, like, she's telling you how alone she is. Like, she's telling you she doesn't have any friends. Like, I don't understand what the big deal is for her to be a bridesmaid. She's just one girl in a group of a bunch of other girls. Why does it matter? She called me a jerk and people are split. Some think I was too harsh and others think it was justified. Nobody should think that that's justified. Oh my gosh. All of the comments are saying not the asshole. I can't find a single regular one. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong though, right? But, like, I'm not wrong. I think this is evil. I don't think the sister, like, reading this, the sister didn't do anything wrong. She's an awkward and shy person. I think it is very hard to make friends in school. And then as an adult, it's very hard to make friends. That's not her fault. But I don't think she did anything malicious. She's, like, excited to be your bridesmaid. Oh my gosh, I can't believe everybody is saying not the asshole. This is actually crazy to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think even if you're not, like, best friends with your sister, is it the biggest deal in the world to have her be a bridesmaid? Because, again, she really didn't say anything negative about her sister, just that her sister doesn't have friends. Ooh. Well, the sister's lucky. Maybe in not being friends with her sister, she'll find better friends somewhere else. Next, am I the asshole for telling my English teacher to mind her own business? I, 17 male, have always been fascinated by weather and I want to become a meteorologist someday. I often discuss my interest in weather and nature with my friends at lunch. For some reason, this seems to bother my English teacher because right after Christmas, she told me that— what? Right after Christmas, she told me that I'm not allowed to discuss anything weather related at school anymore. I was upset about it, but whatever. No, not whatever. What do we mean? I was upset about it, but whatever. I'm going straight to the principal's office. What do you mean you're telling me I can't discuss something on my own time at lunch with my friends, but I can't discuss the weather? It's not just something, it's the weather. Anyway, in science class, we have to write a research paper on a topic of our choosing, and I decided to do a research paper on the 2021 Mayfield, Kentucky tornado. I asked my science teacher and he approved the topic. What I didn't know was that my science teacher asked the English teacher to help proofread everyone's papers. Oh, she will not stand for that. Oh my gosh, last Monday she called me out in English class and demanded to know why I broke her rules about discussing weather-related topics. She told me that she saw the paper I wrote. I told her it was an assignment for another teacher in another class and she said she didn't care and that I had to serve detention for breaking her rule. What? I asked her why she even cared, and she yelled at me not to argue with her. I told her maybe she needs to mind her own business, period. I ended up getting detention for the rest of the week and a Saturday detention. The principal told me I have to write an essay about why what I said was wrong, and I have to apologize to the teacher. Okay, the principal's on crack too. I'm going straight to the superintendent. How's that? I didn't think I did anything wrong. She gave me detention because she didn't like the subject of a science paper I did for another teacher. To me, that's literally none of her business, and she's overstepping her bounds. My parents told me I shouldn't have told her to mind her own business. I was frustrated. I've had issues with her all year. I've never had issues like this with any other teacher. The parents are not even backing him up. Like, what is it? This whole time, I was thinking, like, luckily, like, thank God, my mom stood on business hard when I was in school. Like, if I told her something like this was happening, she's not going to work. She is going to march down to my school, bust through the doors, and do something to that English teacher. This is crazy. Like, I think this woman is genuinely crazy, and, like, she needs to be admitted. I think this is actually insane. I cannot imagine why she would tell him to stop talking about weather in lunch and then also give her detention or give him detention for like talking about weather in another class. I would understand if like I don't know, maybe if it's like a political thing that you don't want them to talk about in class, but even still like you're allowed to talk about politics in school, at least I was. But if it's not appropriate for the class and my teacher told me to stop, I wouldn't think that that applies to every other class, especially if the science teacher approved what I'm writing about. What does it matter now? This is crazy. There's no justification for this. This person is actually crazy. Am I the asshole for not rallying around my sister after her pregnancy losses and devastating fertility news? My sister Emma, 31 female, and I, 27 male, have never been close. Over the years, she has stated clearly on multiple occasions that she does not like me, oh my gosh, does not want me as a brother, and wishes she could trade me for another sister or a younger, cuter brother, aka a bigger age gap for me. We have two more sisters, Lily, 30, and Cara, 28. Things like this were said when we were both adults as well. So, 4 years ago, I took a huge step back from her, and I am civil when I see her, but I do not care what happens in her life, and I make zero effort to stay in touch with her or be in her life, as you should. She sounds like a freak. I did not invite her to my wedding either. She technically invited me to hers pre-stepping back then, but she made a big deal out of me staying out of her way, not sitting with the rest of the family, and all kinds of junk like that, so I did not attend. She invited you to the wedding but told you not to sit with the rest of the family? Why? Like, I need some reason. In the last 3 years, Emma has had multiple miscarriages, and 2 or 3 weeks ago was told the miscarriages had done some harm that has left her infertile. Oh, the rest of the family rallied around her when she was losing the pregnancies, and they have been there for her more since the latest news, but I have not. My parents and my other 2 sisters have told me I should put our differences aside and be there. She clearly doesn't want you there. Cara showed me texts from Emma expressing a wish to see me and have me around her too, but I told them I was not going to forget a lifetime of being wished away and told she didn't want me to be her brother. They told me she had likely learned from all this and regrets it, and they said the news that I'm going to be a dad probably makes it more real. Oh, good, good. I feel for her. I really do with her fertility issues. I really do. But if I'm gonna be a dad, I'm gonna show you that baby. That baby's gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna say, look at what my fertility did. Yeah, no, I don't care. She does not sound like a nice person. My parents told me regardless of any issues, we should love each other. She doesn't love me. I didn't tell them that I don't love her, but that is true. I don't love Emma. I don't feel that family loyalty bond with her. You shouldn't. Emma reached out to me 2 days ago. My family got pissed when I still didn't go to see her and comfort her or even answer the phone to her. They said I'm behaving much more cruelly than she ever did. This doesn't make sense to me. She said, I don't like you. I don't want you as a brother. I wish you weren't my brother. And like, you need to stay away from my family. I don't want you around here. And literally all he's doing is just like, okay, I won't then. Like, he's not even like being malicious about it. He's just literally like respecting her wishes. Oh my God, and the family's mad at her. But was the family, the family's mad at him. Was the family giving her the same energy when she said all of this shit? No. This whole thing is getting to me now. I still have zero desire to reconcile and start again with Emma, but I feel like I'm going to lose the rest of my family if I don't fake it and just go with the flow. Your whole family is assholes. Like, respectfully, disrespectfully. That's crazy. Yeah, all of the comments are saying the same thing, that he's not the asshole. Some people are saying he should approach his family and say, you let Emma act like this, you let Emma treat me like this for my whole life, and you let her push me out of all of these things for my whole life. Keep that same energy. Like, you should have said something to her when this was happening. And also, yeah, they should have. And also, they should say something to her now. If I was in the situation and I watched this happen and I know that she pushed him away and now she's talking about, oh, I'm like, I want him around, like, it's not fair. I'd be like, I'd just tell her, I'd be like, you did this to yourself. Like, you pushed him away yourself. What? I don't understand why people act like this. Like, I can so confidently say, like, I do not think that anybody is ever going to write anything like this about me because I don't act in a deranged way like this. Like, you're acting like a crazy person. Am I the asshole for telling my sister I can't fix her problems for her and can't do anything about what happened with her kids and stepkids? My sister ended a bad marriage 5 years ago. Her kids were 6 and 8 at the time and are now 11 and 13. My sister ended up getting together with a friend a year later. We knew him our whole lives, but they never got together until both were single parents as adults. He was a widower technically, but his ex-wife and he were separated and there were lots of problems. He also had sole custody of their 2 kids who were 9 months and 2 at the time of separation and are 5 and 7 now. My sister and Jeff have moved in together after a year of dating and they got married last year. What? That was so much information for me. Literally it's just she has 2 kids and he has 2 kids and now they're married. That confused me. Before they got married, it was clear my sister's 2 kids were not totally on board with Jeff and the kids. They were fine but not close to them. They didn't show Jeff the same trust they showed my sister or me or my parents, for example, and they didn't play with Jeff's kids because they wanted to. If they were told to, they would do it, but it was clearly reluctantly and very much without any enjoyment. So, a few weeks ago, my sister decided to ask her kids why they don't play with their younger siblings more, and the kids said they're not their real siblings. She said they're step-siblings, though, and family, and we play with those we love and who are part of our family. The kids told her they didn't love their step-siblings. My sister had this conversation when Jeff and his kids were in the house. Jeff was listening to the next room, but his kids were in the other room next to it, and they also heard what my sister's kids said. His kids were 2 rooms away, and they heard this conversation. Were you screaming this conversation back and forth? Like, what? I feel like if I would save this conversation for a time when they were out of the house, and I usually do that when I have to talk about somebody, I wait until they leave. But I understand the dad and the 2 kids probably don't go anywhere without the rest of the family, but still, like, talk lower. Why can they hear you? Of course, things have not been good since this, and my sister turned to me for help. She told me I needed to fix it. What? I needed to fix this because she was worried Jeff would leave to protect his kids, and she was worried she wouldn't ever get her kids to try and open up more to Jeff and his kids. She was also worried they would hate her for marrying Jeff in the first place. She admitted she couldn't understand them not bonding with him better. One thing she kind of forgets is she has known him forever, but the kids never met him before they became a couple. So they don't have a lifelong relationship where they liked and built trust with him from day one. I told her I couldn't fix her problems for her, that all I could suggest is therapy, but I can't wave a magic wand. She said I should be able to do something as her sister. And I need to do something about her kids and stepkids before there's no hope of them being close. Sorry, where did I come in any of this? I told her that was way out of my reach and again, therapy. But that she might need to accept that they might never be as close as she wants them to be. She asked why, and I told her because she can't force love or a close bond. She told me I wasn't helping and I should be. Part of me wanted to tell her that she should have come to me first because I would have told her not to have that conversation where her stepkids could overhear. Obviously, but it's too late for that now. Obviously. And also, I'm sorry, I don't understand why you can't talk to Jeff about this. Like, why would Jeff hold any resentment towards you for this? Like, this is something you can work on together and figure out, like, family bonding stuff, I guess. And honestly, if this is in their means, which I assume it is because the sister is suggesting this, the kids needed to be in therapy 5 years ago when you ended a bad marriage. They should have been in therapy. Now, when you're trying to introduce them to a new family, they should have been in therapy. Like, this is something that you guys should have all worked together on from day one, not now. How long have we been together? They moved in together after a year of dating, and they got married last year. So, I mean, it's been at least a year since they've been together. You let these kids, like, be together for a year without ever saying, like, why don't you play with your younger siblings? Why don't you hang out with them? This mother seems like she doesn't take accountability for anything, doesn't actually want to parent her kids, otherwise she would have like worked on blending the family before right now. And also wants her sister to fix this whole situation for her. I'm still like failing to understand where the sister even comes in. What does the sister have to do with anything? Like, you can ask for advice from her, but what? You have to fix this. Like, you're not doing anything to fix it. It's not her family. And also, yeah, just going up and looking at the ages, of course, an 11 and 13-year-old don't want to hang out with a 5 and 7-year-old. What do you mean you're asking them to play? What is the 13-year-old playing? Like, of course I don't want to play with this 5 and 7-year-old that I don't even know, that I have to live with. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this mom is ridiculous. Am I the asshole? My husband tells me to stop asking for help and just do it myself. I already know. You're not the asshole. They could never make me hate you. Husband needs to pick up some more work. I don't even have to read it. I know this. Today, my husband, my 15-month-old son, and I went to a friend's place for her birthday celebration. While eating, I was holding my son and asking for a napkin because he was making me and himself wet and dirty. And as my hands were full and my son was sitting on my lap, I asked my husband as nice as I can for a napkin. For this, he had to get up and walk 5 meters, but he decided that I don't need one and made a joke to use my pants to smear the mess on. Jail. And I asked again. Nope, he did not get one still. Oh my god. So how about this? If you can't get me a napkin, how about you get me a pen? I'm signing these divorce papers now. In the car later, I told him I did not understand why he can't help me, and he said again that he thought it is not needed to get a napkin. But if I ask, that means I need one. Literally. He disagrees. He got mad at me for telling him this and said I should not nag because after all, he spent all day with me and for me and with my friends. What? Oh my god. What? Why is it up to you if I need a napkin or not? I just don't understand what has happened to the entire male population. They used to go to war. They used to build houses. They used to be our protectors. Now they're in charge of telling us if we need napkins or not. That's all they're good for. He told me next time I should just give him the baby and go get them myself. Bitch, you should take the baby regardless. Why am I having to eat and also hold a baby in my lap? If you think it's that easy, you just hold the baby the whole time then. I understand, like, obviously you can't just divorce somebody over a napkin. And it's also, of course, not easy to divorce somebody when you have a baby with them. But, like, thinking about the fact that this woman had a baby 15 months ago. So for the next 17 years at least, she is stuck with this fucking loser. Like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna be sick. I can't do it anymore. I just can't. We're done for the day. If you guys want to see more Emma the Asshole videos, please do let me know. If you guys like these videos, please do let me know. And let YouTube know. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you whenever I feel like making another one of these again. Bye.